Hey, what's up you guys? Shartimus Prime here on the Shartimus Wayne channel, doing some comic book reviews. I'm reviewing 4 comic books. I'll be reviewing Venom, number 22, Green Lantern, number 12, because you guys said I didn't do enough DC reviews, which I don't really buy too many DC comics. Before Watchmen, Rorschach, number 1, and Space Punisher, limited series, number 2. And first off, I gotta say, big shout out to Gay Comic Geek. Gay Comic Geek is my favorite comic book reviewer on YouTube. I've been watching his comic reviews for years now, like 3 years now. I've been watching his comic reviews, and doing this kind of style reviewing for comic books is, inspired by him. So definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Now, Venom, first off, I love this book. I mean, I don't know of anybody who does not like this book. First off, the artwork is great. The storyline is phenomenal. It's just fantastic. They really, on this particular issue, this is kind of like an in-between arcs issue. And, it says 20, because it's 50 years of Spider-Man, but they're doing the 24 years of Venom thing right there. But they really get into the history of Flash Thompson. And I think big reason why Flash Thompson connects for me and a lot of people is how real the character is. Because he had an alcoholic father, and then he was an alcoholic himself. He grew up in a very abusive situation, and it kind of explains why he was a bully and everything in high school, and that he went and got into the military and became a Marine. It's like it's all stuff that you could really believe, like jocks typically, are more likely to get into the military than nerds. It's just how real life really is. And I just thought that was just really cool how they kept going in and out. So they would, you have this whole thing where it's Father's Day, and Flash Thompson's kind of looking for. And I'm giving spoilers, by the way, but Flash Thompson's looking for his the jack-o'-lantern, and he's basically hunting him down and everything. And jack-o'-lantern's leaving signs all over the city and everything. When he finds him, he sees his father's corpse. His father had recently passed away, and is talking all shit. But as he's on the hunt through the city, he's flashing back to how, to the times where his father was abusive and all that, and it really builds the character. And I just thought it was a very cool read. And it's kind of like you have these flashbacks, and in between you have all these cool like Spidey poses going on with Venom here. So it's very cool. I liked this book a lot. It has been consistently good. Now, Green Lantern, written by Jeff Johns. Fantastic. So we have the return of the Black Hand. This scene right here never takes place. You can see them on a building top in the city. Most of the time, actually, this whole book right here in issue number 12 takes place in a graveyard where Black Hand is sitting with his undead family and everything, and he's trying to get the Black Lantern Corps together and everything. And Sinestro and Green Lantern, are basically figuring out a way to defeat him. And Green Lantern kind of, burns synapses in his brain for a second. So all the zombies that are outside the shed are all kind of frozen. Basically, they defeat him the same way that they defeated, the Black Lanterns. They needed to use multiple spectrums, but, it's kind of like a cop-out because Sinestro just basically pulls the Yellow Lantern out of thin air, even though he's a Green Lantern right now, and they basically blast that with their green rings, and then it kind of wipes out all the zombies and everything like that. But meantime, Black Hand is looking at the big black book thingy, and it says that, Hal Jordan is not your enemy. And then at the end, the cliffhanger is Hal Jordan will be the greatest Black Lantern, the greatest Black Lantern. Ooh. Very cool. So I thought I really like this, and I really like seeing, like, in this title we have a lot of teaming up between Hal Jordan and Sinestro. I think that's dope. Okay, Rorschach, number 1. Okay, written by Brian Azzarello, who's a hit and miss for me. He's never really totally on. This book wasn't too great. Similar to the Flash Thompson, they go back to his past, but I wish they did it even more. I wish they talked about Rorschach's history a little bit more. That his mother is a whore and everything, and how he had to stay outside because the uncles were coming over. I thought that was a little interesting. But Rorschach gets his ass beat in the sewer, and he crawls out of the sewer, and that's like pretty much it. But it didn't really go anywhere. It was just basically I just watched Rorschach get his ass kicked. So that was kind of like, all right. I'm gonna get issue number 2 because I'd like to see where it goes. But so far, all we did is we saw Rorschach get his ass kicked, and there wasn't much to it. So that was that. I didn't really like it too much. Not nearly as good as Minutemen, in my opinion. Space Punisher right here. This is a gem, dude. Really, this is like you have to keep in mind that you're going in. I mean, it's called Space Punisher, okay? And this is the Hulk right here. I wasn't sure if that was Thanos or a Skrull or what, or some goblin, but it's the Hulk. So Hulk has 4 arms, he's huge, and he's ripping up space. And it's basically the Marvel Universe, but everything's taking place in space, and they have this whole thing where General Ross is after Space Hulk and everything, and you can see General Ross right there talking to Doc Samson. There's Doc Samson with his army and everything, and you know they're all confident as hell that they're gonna destroy the Hulk, but immediately afterwards it's like this is what happens. You see Hulk choking him, you can see with his forearms right there. So it's very, very cool, and you see him. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just have a lot of fun reading this, and this is just very, very cool. You see he rips Deadpool's head off and throws it out into space. I thought that was tight. You see the Hulk do that, so it's more about the Space Hulk in this one. And oh yeah, you see him eat Sabretooth in half right there. See him chomping down on Sabretooth. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It's basically it's kind of random, but at the same time it's a lot of fun. So definitely a good read. Very good artwork, and you know, it's a funny story. It's a really good limited series. This is issue number 2 of 4. So for a limited series, I think it's perfect. So yeah, those are my reviews, you guys. I'm going to do more during the week because the 50 Years of Spider-Man issue came out, and I'm about to read that. So I'll do that video later. And I might possibly do a live show today. I have my boy Isaiah over, and yeah, co-writer of the Sharpness Prime theme song. And yeah, so I might do a live show. I don't know. If so, I'll post a video on the Sharpness Prime channel. Yeah, alright. Catch you guys later. Peace.